In the spring of 2020, New York City became a ghost town. The global pandemic forced the city that never sleeps to come to a screeching halt. A year and a half later, the hustle and bustle has returned, but shopping destinations like Soho are still struggling.
Pedestrian traffic is off dramatically. A lot of retail stores are closed either temporarily or permanently. And it's a market that is going through a reset.
Soho's challenge is that it relies heavily on tourists. Pre-pandemic, the neighborhood was a top destination, but those visitors evaporated amid the pandemic.
I mean, it was devastating for New York City and other big foreign tourist market destinations like San Francisco. And in fact, New York and San Francisco still have not recovered.
Local food vendors can attest to that.
Tourism way was good. Before it used to be people come for a Statue of Liberty, and it's got a lot of tourists. They make 20-25%. I get business from the tourists, but right now it's nothing.
The streets are busier now than they were at the height of the pandemic, but scars still remain. The pandemic forced more than 40 stores in Soho to close, and more than a quarter of the office space is now empty. That is one of the highest vacancy rates in Manhattan.
Average prices for retail leases in Soho were down almost 40% in the first half of 2021 as compared to a year ago. Some are seeing an opportunity. Home decor brand Jonathan Adler just signed a lease for this 740 square meter space in Soho. Other brands have also invested in the neighborhood. As a result, prices have begun to rise. Real estate experts like Jonathan Miller say despite the renewed interest, Soho still has a long way to go. He says it faces two headwinds: the rise in online shopping and the drop in international visitors who he thinks will stay away for a while.
There's an expectation in the long term that rents may recover somewhat, but I don't think they go back to pre-pandemic levels anytime soon.
Karina Huber, CGTN, New York.